Hello and welcome to Easy Drupal. Today I'm going to show you how to install a module called Pathauto. It's pretty much a must-have really. It will end up in core, I'm sure, at some point. But basically what Pathauto does is gives you nice clean paths for your nodes. So you'll see that the system node for this piece of content here is node/1, node/3, node/5, etc., etc. That's not very friendly. So it's also not very good for SEO as well. So what we're going to do is install Pathauto, which will take care of that and will automatically give you a nice, clean, structured URL alias. Okay, first thing we need to do is install it. And for that, we will use Composer. So the command to install it, I'll put these commands down below, is Composer require Drupal /Pathauto. That's installed. We will also need a module called token, which I think I've already got installed. You probably have as well, but if not, you might need that. Yeah, that's already there. And then all we need to do is enable Pathauto. In fact, just looking at that, token gets installed as part of Pathauto, so that's not one you'll need to do. So we just enable Pathauto. So that one's already enabled. I've cleared the cache and we are ready to go. What I should have said is that I'm using a local site or a local version of a live site, which if I just show you the site, displays, it's an archive of some vehicles that my family built during the 1900s. So that's what I'm going to use. You'll notice that at the moment, if I look at a vehicle in this list, that the node down in the bottom left there is 172, 45, etc., etc. So they're not very friendly. So although it works, it's not a very nice experience. It'd be nicer if it had a proper path, and it's also a lot better for SEO. Okay, so what we do to go to Pathauto is configuration, URL aliases, which is where Pathauto does its work. And you'll see that I do actually have some nodes that have got, most of those are images. And I've got a few here that I've done manually. So those ones I've added the URL using the manual process rather than automatically. So the first thing we need to do is set up a pattern to generate our aliases. So we go into patterns, we add a pattern, and the pattern type is content because that's what we're doing a pattern for. And we need to give it a label, and let's call this vehicle paths. And we are going to apply it to the vehicle content type. You can just select all content types, which is fine for most usage, but just in case you want a different path. So if you had like a product page, for example, in fact, we could do a product page in a moment with a slightly different path. So let's do all except for product, and then we'll do a different path for that one in a moment. So this is vehicle paths and our path pattern. Now you can see that I've got some previous ones that I've done there. Selecting a pattern is easy. We just browse available tokens. That will give us a list of tokens down here. Let's just move that in here. If we go to the current node, you'll see that we've got a whole list of things that we can use, most of which won't make sense. And the most obvious one will be node title. Okay. So you click on that and it automatically fills it into the box. We can now get rid of that. And that is now our pattern for any new nodes that are saved, or we can regenerate them ourselves. I'll show you both those things in a moment. So save that pattern first of all. Let's add another one for the product. So on this one, we're going to use node title again, but we're going to prefix it with shop. So these are the products in our shop. We haven't got any yet, but we can create some in a moment. I'll give it a label, which will be product content, and save that. Okay, so that's two very basic paths that we've got. We've got shop, node title, and then just plain old node title for vehicle paths. So it's possible to bulk generate your URLs, but I'm going to just quickly show you what happens when you create a new node or when you save a node. So going to content, looking at node number 1, if we edit that, and just look at URL alias. As long as that's set for generate automatic alias, which it will be by default, then we can save that. And you will notice that now when I hover over it, we've got a proper usable, user-friendly URL that will be good for SEO. You can see a summary of the Pathauto patterns that we've set up. I've already shown you how to do one, but if we wanted to, we can bulk generate for everything. So we can go to bulk generate, content, generate a URL for unaliased paths only, or regenerate URL aliases for all paths. Let's do that. And that will process all of our aliases, doesn't take long. And now when we look at our list of content, if we hover over that, we'll see that we have got nice friendly URLs for each of those. So let's just test the content product, which I don't think I have any product content. No, I don't. So what we'll do is generate some content using devel generate, another module which I think I've done a video on that already. If we select product and generate 50 nodes, leave everything else as it is. Now when we go to our content, we've got a load of products. You'll see that the URL for this is shop/abico gravis pramito sapius, whatever that means. So that's how you set up Pathauto. You can get quite fancy with it if you wish, and in your patterns set things such as other node information. You could add the NID. It's unlikely that you would want to, but you could if you wanted to. Okay, that's it. That's how I set up Pathauto in Drupal 9. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.